we were on tour. This is last November, like late November, actually near the anniversary for my video. So I had a video planned and everything, and it was gonna be lit. But we go on tour. It's to Asia for like the U.S. military. And
wait, so Designer was doing a tour for the U.S. military?
For the U.S. military.
God bless Designer.
That's cool. Yeah.
Serving the troops, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got to, so I take Adderall medication because I have a very stressful job, like editing and stuff, especially, I used to edit on this tiny laptop, bro.
Yeah. I just want to say for the audience, I know what you're thinking. It's a billionaire. It's a billionaire's son talking about having a stressful job. But recording and editing videos for someone while on tour, that does genuinely sound super stressful.
Especially if you're the only cunt doing it.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah. So I get prescribed this medication. Anyway, I go to Asia not thinking about it. And in Korea, they were like, oh, you can't bring this in, but you can have it back on the way out. And then we went out partying in Korea, and we at 5 a.m. that we had the flight to Japan, and I picked up the Adderall back in the airport. They just gave it back to me, and I was like, okay, sweet. And go into Japan, and I'm like hungover, asleep the whole way. Go start going through customs. They see me come up with like Designer. Obviously draws a lot of attention. They start searching our bags. And they go into my bag, and they start just strip. They come in like a team of 6. They start stripping all apart. They're like, what you know Adderall's illegal, like all this shit, like saying, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like I don't know, like, you know, like I'm just on tour, like I take this, and they didn't care. They were just like, this is illegal, like who are you? They want to go on my phone. They start laying all my shit out. They search my whole bag. And I was like, oh, I'm fucked. These guys, they don't care. They just didn't care what I was saying. You know?
Were you shitting yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
Literally,
I think most people would be, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fucking episode of Border Force, bro. I sat there like, oh no, bro, I'm that guy. And then they just
What
put
was
me in
Designer's
cuffs.
reaction?
I don't know. I didn't.
They put you in separate rooms?
Yeah, separate rooms, and then I was slapped in cuffs, and then when I got there, it was like crazy, you know, because I was just like freaking out at first. Like, I'm going to be in prison for a couple of years. Like, this is like, you fucked it, you know.
Yeah, because there are so many stories of people that get arrested in Asian countries from places like Australia.
Yeah, you got an eighth of weed.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
You know what I mean? Like, you grew up with stories like Chappelle Corby and stuff like that.
I mean, there are
shit's
people that just sit in prison
crazy.
forever there. Yeah.
All right, so
Isn't like the conviction rate in Japan like 97%?
97%.
That is
That's
fucked
insane.
So you do something, they're fucking getting it.
Yeah.
They
Their
don't care.
mindset there is basically like, well, if you got arrested,
guilty till proven innocent type stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's more that they're like super strict.
It's not
on
like
who
that,
they
but
arrest
it
people,
is
what
like
they
that.
arrest people for, I think.
Yeah. It's like you I don't think it is technically, but it is like that.
Yeah.
Like, I had no communication, couldn't call anyone.
You have no
like,
rights.
I couldn't do anything until I was getting interviewed by a prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
He's then like grilling me. They're going into my phone. Like, I had to give them access, otherwise they think, you know, they're like, oh, like, well, why won't you let us in your phone?
Yeah, you can't be an American with like the whole I have rights thing.
There's none of that. Like, you just got to be like open book with them, you know? Like, and you can't have your lawyer involved at the start either.
Wow.
That's
He can only
crazy.
advise you.
Oof.
Yeah, your emails are like monitored, so you can have an email through the lawyer to like your parents.
Yeah.
But it's monitored. Like, you have to like only say certain things, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening as a result?
You were there for 2 months, right?
Yeah, I was there for 2 months. It took 2 months to get to trial.
Yeah.
And then it was the
Trial.
Christmas holidays, and they took a break there. And
So were you just sitting in a cell? What was the living quarters like?
at first I was just in, it was like a holding cell. And there was like 3 other guys in there with me. Toshi, shout out Toshi, absolute legend.
Do you know what?
Shout out Toshi.
Can you say what they did? Like, did you talk to them much?
Yeah, I made friends with Toshi, actually. Toshi was like probably the reason, because I was like freaking out, you know?
Yeah.
And he'd been in and out of prison, this guy, since he was like 17. He must have been in his 30s, but he acted like a child. And I think this is fantastic. He's got like a sense of humor. He was like buzzing. He was like bouncing off the walls, pissing off the guards and stuff like that. And I was like, this guy's great, you know?
Yeah.
So it was really up and down, you know. Sometimes obviously I'm like at night, you know, you're freaking out. and like they still got the light kind of on. They never turn them off.
Yeah,
and
well,
you're sleeping on the floor. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 3 bowls of rice a day. Like,
Yeah, that's a
it's
deal.
heavy.
Yum, dude. You like rice?
Yeah. But
It doesn't matter how much you like rice. Having it for 3 meals a day for 2 months,
Did
you're
they
not
give
gonna
you
like.
soy sauce or salt?
it's like sometimes they put like glass noodles on top of it. This is just like
What-
more
what?
rice with rice and noodles. Like,
Oh, I see.
Oh, delicious.
yeah.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's not a bad deal at all.
Right.
That's-
I did
that's
read more books.
That's actually fucked.
Well, yeah, you must have read a ton. Did you work out at all?
Yeah. So I mean, at the start, it was like they had only 8 English books, and believe it or not, I can actually read very well.
I was gonna say, what did you get through 2 of them?
But yeah, I read them pretty quick, and I was like, oh shit, I had nothing to do. Then Toshi left, the guy I told you about. It was like, cool.
Oh no.
And then I was just alone in this cell, and a couple other random drunk drivers came in and stuff. But yeah, I wrote a diary day by day, and that's what my next video is. So
Yeah.
go check
Holy
that out
shit,
on
that'll
my
be
channel.
interesting.